C86 Action News. We pay attention so you don't have to. With award-nominated newsman Edmund Allen. Our top story tonight, Jim is the dominant one in his relationship with Todd. In other news, an Antioch man was seriously wounded today when a Bank of America ATM machine shot open its vault safe door and shattered the man's kneecap. The man was attempting to deposit a paycheck and allegedly ignored the ATM's repeated requests to, quote, "stop touching me there." This just in, breaking news from Syria. We interrupt this breaking news for an Action News special report. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not be alarmed by the urgency in my voice. If your children are listening, you may wish to cover their tender ears from what you're about to hear, for it is both shocking and disturbing. Outside the city of Milpitas, a quiet suburban neighborhood like so many others across this great land, an ordinary everyday sidewalk, and upon it a line of ants. Dozens, hundreds, perhaps hundreds of thousands of millions. An army of ants marches across the dull gray concrete sidewalk. Where did they come from? Where are they going? Why have they joined together to advance as one? Desperately seeking answers, this reporter contacted Dr. Hans Heinz of the Vienna School of Advanced Insecticism. Ants are very tiny creatures. One thing is certain, no one is safe from this ant menace. Many solutions have been offered: a pair of sturdy boots, a garden hose with a spray nozzle, a can of Raid. But so far none have succeeded, and this reporter has to wonder if this is only because none of them have been tried. Again, Dr. Hans Heinz. Ants are segmented into three parts: the front, the middle, and the hindquarters. The front is in the front, the middle is in the middle, and the hindquarters is between them. Truly frightening words from a world-renowned expert. The world can only hold its breath as we wait and wonder. Shortly after this special report was first aired 3 months ago, it was discovered that Dr. Hans Heinz is not an insecticist, but rather a would-be conman and swindler. In late May, he was gunned down by police while attempting to hijack a flight simulator. And now this word. In financial news, the dollar gained today against the British pound, while the Japanese yen resigned from the currency exchange, citing a desire to spend more time with its family. The World Bank today announced that it would be creating its first spin-off bank, the Moon Bank, which is scheduled to open in 2024 and will be open 8 hours a day on the 15th of the month, 7 hours a day on the 16th, 6 hours on the 17th, and so on, until it closes for 2 days on the 23rd, then opens up for 1 hour on the 26th, 2 hours on the 27th, etc., etc. Now for the weather. That was the weather. Belgian scientist Maarten Feinstag has been awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine for his discovery of the first new body part since the duodenum was located in 1734 by the Duke of Orleans during a particularly strenuous carriage ride with his mistress. The Feinstag, as this newest body part has been named, in honor of its discoverer, develops in men around age 60, and is believed to regulate how far up a man pulls his pants. In global news, 73 people were killed in an avalanche in Switzerland. 46 people were killed when a ferry capsized in Dubai. 12 people were killed in an earthquake in Mongolia. 268 people were killed in a stadium riot in Mexico City. And 10 people took their own lives after hearing last night's global news. We'll be right back. Hi folks, Pete Pretty here for Pretty Extraordinary Breakfast Meats. You know, I get asked the same question all the time, and that question is, why do sausages shrink when you cook them? All that juicy goodness left behind in the pan. Well, sir, I put the challenge to our food scientists here at Pretty Extraordinary, and by gum if they didn't do something about it. Introducing Pretty Extraordinary's newest breakfast meat. Sausages that not only don't shrink as you cook them, they grow. That's right. All that juicy goodness is held inside the specially designed casing. which expands as it cooks. The hotter it gets, the bigger it gets. Careful though when you bite into one of these delectable buttes, or the contents will splash all over your lips and chin. Better keep a tissue handy for this one. Tell you what, our marketing team went back and forth over what to call this latest, greatest, pretty, extraordinary product, till I finally stepped in and said, simplest is best, guys. Pretty Extraordinary's newly invented sausage. Put one in your mouth today. Turning now to sports, some sad news from the world of baseball. After a long illness, the Seattle Mariners died today at the age of 43. The funeral will be held on Friday. Attendance is expected to be disappointing. Televised soccer has been found unconstitutional by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in a 0-0 vote that was decided by a penalty kick. Said one justice, soccer more than meets the standard for cruel and unusual punishment. Attorneys for Major League Soccer are expected to appeal the case to the Supreme Court, a move that experts predict will drag on forever. On a personal note, this will be my final broadcast for C86 Action News. I've decided to pursue my dream of becoming an Olympic gymnast. It's a dream I've had since I was a little girl growing up in Czechoslovakia. Some have said that this is the height of foolishness on my part, since I was never a little girl and was neither born in nor have ever visited Czechoslovakia. But I say a dream is a dream, and what's a man without a dream? A highly paid news anchor in my case, but that is not enough for me. That is not nearly enough for me. I need the grit of the chalk under my fingernails, the feel of the pommel horse between my thighs, the topsy-turvy view of the venue as I execute a bard-watch salto to the roar of the crowd. A dream, my friends, is a dream. I'll see you in Tokyo. Edmund Allen did not achieve his dream of Olympic gold. Instead, he achieved Olympic silver and lived the rest of his days a broken man. The ants, they're building something like a small mountain, a base or headquarters of some kind. What are they planning? This has been C86 Action News. Join us here again at the same time tomorrow, although our newscast will begin 30 minutes earlier.